Hello, beautiful women. Happy Sunday. Jess here. Excuse the poor lighting. I am trying to beat this heat in Wisconsin. I don't have air conditioning, so I'm sitting in my dark room with a fan on and just kind of napping. And of course, that is when I get these downloads, if you want to call them that, clarities that come to me, and I was drawn to do this video. There's a dog right here. I'm pet sitting as well. She might come here, Cora. Come up here. Come way down. She suddenly seems like she needs to go outside. Come here. I don't know if you can hear her. What? Come up here. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little quick. So birth alchemy, that was the phrase that came to my mind today. I was thinking about, just wait, how to approach this next phase of my series, my workshops, and what I'm offering people. And since I'm starting one in September, I've had a lot of kind of brainstorming time of what I want to call things, what parts of the series to have. So I've had lots of kind of phrases and little downloads of information coming through. And then today I just had birth alchemy come through. And what that is to me, and the way I would teach it and talk about for sovereign birth and free birth, is how when, as women, mothers or becoming mothers, when we sit in birth from a self-empowered, not empowered by anybody else, it's about self-empowerment, without medications, without IV drips, without restriction, without induction, undisturbed, undrugged, unmanaged, really. When people leave you the fuck alone and are allowed to birth the way that you are designed to birth, we really experience this kind of alchemical process, and that's the best way I can put it. It's this transition into motherhood that brings you to the veil between the spiritual and the earthly realm. We're coming to this veil of life and death as we're ushering in new life. And when we're fully immersed in it at such a primal, raw, unrestricted state of being, it brings us to this high level of consciousness. Like you're in a different realm. You're transcending realms as you go through this birth process. And there's an alchemy that takes place that awakens a deeper potential of you as a woman and as a mother, as a wise woman, as a priestess, as a medicine woman, as a healer, as all of these things that we are kind of divinely created to be as women and don't step into enough. And I feel so strongly, because I experienced it myself, that through birth we awaken these deeper, magical, divine gifts that we hold. And this is really the essence of shadow work as well. The point of shadow work isn't to just get into conspiracies or awaken to the corruption of society. Shadow work is about going into yourself and nurture yourself in a way that expands your light, dissolves shadows and blocks in your system, and it awakens your fullest potential. It awakens gifts that are waiting to be released, because all of these shadows in you are holding you back from that potential. Whether that be self-worth, self-doubt, uncertainty, all of these things, like abuses that we go through in life, so much that dulls us down, where we try to just fit into society, go unnoticed, don't do too much that you might fail and that's embarrassing. Don't go against your family or your religion because that's going to look bad on you. You want to seeking this constant acceptance or validation from everything outside of you prevents you from being the fullest of your own potential, because you are unique and different, and you have a very unique purpose. Every single person on this planet has their own unique purpose. And why it could be similar, while I've been seeing this more and more too, the way we're drawn as our gifts awaken, we're drawn to certain things, and it brings you into that community or those tribes that we kind of are looking for. And you don't fit into every tribe. While you might like consciously want to be a light worker, like, oh, like doing light language and all this really divine light worker stuff. That was all very fascinating to me for a while. But after I was being drawn to things and what was coming through for me, I knew that wasn't my work. That wasn't as beautiful as it is, and how beneficial it is, and how I see people doing it, and it's a lovely gift for the world. That wasn't my purpose. So our conscious mind can think that we want to be something, or someone else might kind of make you feel like you should go one direction, or like, this is amazing for me, you should try it, but it doesn't feel right for you. And it's because that wasn't your purpose. That wasn't your gift. And we can have an array of gifts as well, but usually it falls into a certain category. And I know I'm coming closer and closer to really bringing that to life for me and my work. And that's something that we are each divinely supposed to find. And while motherhood is a huge part of my purpose, learning through motherhood, through the alchemy of motherhood, that has brought such deep shadow work for me personally. It's pulled me into places I never thought I would go. And I think that is also part of this alchemical birth process, because it's taking you to realms that you would not have foreseen yourself going to. So that, in essence, for me is kind of this idea of birth alchemy. And this is something I'm going to dive deeper into in my Seeds of Birth series. There's going to be 3 sections. It's the Purify, Awaken, and Expand. This has been years in the making, because I've come through it. I've kind of designed it, half launched it. No one wanted it, or I didn't get myself out there. It's because I'm still learning things, or I had still been learning things of how to put this together. And I wasn't quite ready yet. I hadn't been quite there yet. And while by no means do I think I know all I need to know, I know I'm at a place of being ready to bring things to the world, to work at a deeper level with women and with birth and with the nutritional, spiritual, emotional purification process. Through the many different trainings I've done, it's coming to culminate in this program for you. So, I love you all. Thank you for being here. If you want to work with me, you can contact me by email or on my website anytime. The links are in my Instagram bio or in the description on Facebook or YouTube if you watch this there. Let me know if you want to do any sessions, whether that be nutritional sessions, bodywork sessions, or birth support, birth trauma, free birth support. So I love you all. Have a beautiful Sunday.